All right, everyone. Welcome back to.
Session 50!
I know we've been doing
We've
this.
made it this far.
We have done this for over a year now, and we are 2 sessions, well, three if you count tonight, sessions off from exactly a year worth of sessions, which is crazy to think about, honestly. Um, it's been a lot of fun. Tell you what, has been. Um,
Oh, it's alive. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
We're all somehow still alive.
Mm, more
For
or less, I
now.
guess. Maybe. I'm sorry. What was that?
I said I've heard that there were some close calls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi.
Did you ask him how many of those close calls were his fault?
I figured most of them were.
The moron clotheslined himself on, what was it, an ogre?
Troll. Even nastier.
Troll.
No.
And he forgets to rage very often.
But character development.
But you know what? Very rarely does he fall victim to my accidental magic, so it's usually everybody else.
No,
That's
just
because
me.
he. Well, I feel like John's
He's
been
up in
more
combat,
effective
and
than
I'm
you
not.
guys.
So that's
Exactly.
The difference.
Hang on.
Exactly.
Hold on. Hang on. One of those times we nearly died, that was you on purpose.
That's true. Your
Yeah,
lightning
Mr.
bolt.
Lightning Bolt, your ally.
I wasn't. See, that was a misunderstanding on the player's part, because when I heard these things are grappled, I was like, oh, cool, so I can aim my lightning bolt to hit them and not my allies. Well, DM rules that if they're grappled, it don't matter how you aim it.
Dude, it is a 5-foot wide beam. So, like,
Yeah.
think about it this way: put your arms out, straight out from your shoulders, and basically cut off your hands. And that's a 5 foot. That's basically 5 feet, roughly.
Give or take.
If you, right, give or take a little bit. And then imagine that in like a square or a circle, if you want. How are you getting out of the way of that?
By aiming it past my allies.
You're not not the way you wanted to hit everything. I'm like, you could miss your ally, but you're gonna hit like one creature.
Well, now I know for future reference.
You know how
Just
you'll know.
better safe.
Hey,
Better safe than sorry. If my allies are grappled in a line, don't aim for them.
I mean, on the bright side now, that particular ally has a shield master, so
Yeah,
I don't
you
think
mean-
John was the victim there. I remember Cardin and Valinar
no,
specifically were in
I
the
don't
line
think
of fire.
you actually hit
Yeah,
Cardin. I think you only hit Valinar. Valinar has
He
shield
took like
master
half.
now.
Yeah.
He dodged it, but he also took half damage from rage, so he only took a quarter of it.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
Valinar had pain,
Yeah, Valinar took all of it.
and John
Anyway.
suffered the side effect of my fear towards him for no apparent
Mhm.
reason.
That I think that is enough reminiscing of the previous
The good days.
episodes. And instead, we will go into tonight's episode. And since last time I checked, I'm pretty sure everyone had a point of inspiration, I went ahead and wrote up a recap for tonight.
Sweet.
So, real quick disclaimer. So everyone knows. If I have to get up and walk away at any point tonight, it's because today was my son's circumcision. So he's very touchy.
You didn't have that done on his birth?
He bled a lot, and the doctor panicked. So no.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yes. So.
But still, ow.
Yeah, but he's actually doing very well, all things considered. It's just he's very tired and he's very
Cranky.
I wouldn't even call it
You might say
cranky,
you might say he's being snippy with people.
honestly, for the most part, all he's wanted to do today was eat and sleep, which, you know. So,
Well, no worries. We'll know when you're about to get up because we'll hear him in the background.
Hopefully not, but yeah. So, just so everyone knows, and I am going to go ahead and do the recap. So, where last we left the party, after finding dead ends at his grandfather's house and acquiring holy water from the Church of Life, Denoch and his companions began their march to find Boblin and crush Torben, someone who's been a pain in their side for a long while. With a lead from Inran, the party made their way to a cave system that served as an emergency escape for members of the council, long since abandoned. After a long journey down a dark cave tunnel, the party eventually came to a T, where the smell of death and decay began to hit their nostrils. Sending Swamp forward, John's summoned mount, John and Swamp quickly learned that there were hungry undead wandering these caves. And as we come back into the moment, because Swamp triggered it, everyone gets to roll initiative for me.
Oh no! I did not see this coming.
Great.
You should have.
That was sarcasm.
What's that taste like?
Tastes like circumcision. 8.
Ew.
Oh, there's Carden.
Well, I'm rolling for him. Does he? I'm trying to remember. Open up.
Doesn't he have danger?
That's what I was just wondering, but he doesn't actually have it listed on his character sheet, so now I gotta go look it up.
That's a good question. Does danger sense?
No, not danger sense. I'm pretty sure feral instincts gives him advantage on initiative rolls,
Yes.
but he doesn't have it on his character sheet, so I don't remember. He does.
Is he 7th level? Yeah, okay. There you go.
Roll twice. What's he get? He will take that 15. So change this one.
So, Asta, pull up your character sheet. Click on the token in the map. And then in the middle of the page, right above your health, there should be an initiative button. Click that.
Yeah, and it'll auto-roll initiative, and it'll put you into the turn order for me.
Okay, got it. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask and make dinner at the same time.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yep.
Ooh!
I can do that.
Hello.
Well, that's no bueno.
No, indeed.
Whoa.
Hi,
I think
what?
that's probably the lowest I've ever rolled.
I can't hear anybody.
Why not?
Are you having your audio issue again?
Try plugging your headphones in.
No, his headphones were the issue.
Try unplugging them and plugging them back in.
Because that always works.
Not
Sometimes it
always.
does. You'd be surprised.
I can hear
His
you now.
skull candies that he's had since like college or possibly going out.
Oh, what'd you do? Plug them back in.
Hey. Oh.
No, Discord just doesn't want to work with any other apps, apparently.
Oh. Damn it, Discord.
Basically, Discord's being a jerk.
That's not new.
Alright, let's see what these guys get. Oh, that's actually a good roll. Wait, am I about to go first in combat, guys?
Possibly. I don't see shit.
Probably.
That's crazy. Why did it not add Asta to the turn order?
More rudeness.
Probably. Let's let everyone. Does appear so.
I hope y'all can't hear the washing machine in the background. It's awfully loud.
No, I can't hear it.
Won't worry about it.
This is very interesting. John, do you have stats for Swamp?
Nope.
Cool.
My roll for initiative better not be an indication of how I'm gonna do in combat.
No, you got the bad roll out of the way.
I mean, statistically speaking, it's impossible for you to roll a 6 on an attack roll.
Well, no, but just like bad rolls, period. I'm hoping that the dice don't hate me tonight.
Gotcha. Okay, I have stats for your buddy. I'm gonna kind of enter them on his character sheet here. I mean, it's not really a character sheet. It's just he may not even get another turn.
Oh Lord.
Because they get to go first. So
Okay, I can hear everybody now.
actually, we'll do this for the flanking because they're not dumb. They're gonna attack your warg. Hit. Gotta get back over to this. Actually, so they make 4 attacks total, so that's a hit. 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 3 hits, last one, and that's a hit as well. Warg.
Well.
Alright, I'm just gonna real quick do the math here. Okay. I don't even think I need to go anymore. Yeah. So John, you get the feeling of danger, and then just a little bit later, you can feel the magic from Swamp vanish as he is destroyed.
Cool.
Cardin.
Cool, huh?
You have. I think you have a torch.
Yes.
Yeah, you have a torch.
Am I currently being blocked by all these zombies?
These are allies, so you can move through. So you can move through allies. Especially
sure.
Yeah, and because this hallway is 10 by 10, you guys can move around one another pretty easily. So no cost of extra movement for you, but just be aware.
Hey, real quick,
So-
can you guys hear me very well right now?
Fair enough.
Okay, cool. I plugged in my earbuds and they don't always work the best.
So that
Oh.
is 35 feet.
My light changed when he moved.
40.
It's
I
because
have 40 movement.
Because he has a torch.
yeah, it's probably because he has a torch, so it's additive light to you.
Even cooler.
Yeah,
I think that's how that works. Yours is
He's a light
not-
source, therefore I can see.
Hold on, do I have?
I mean, I guess I could use my action to dash.
Yeah, keep going with your turn. You do what you need to do. Okay.
And then I'm going to bonus action rage.
Alright, I think...
And you guys says he doesn't remember to use his rage.
He's gotten a lot better at it. So that's 75 feet. If you would like to move one more square forward, you are welcome to. Give you your 80.
Yeah.
And the light update, so there you go. In front of you,
I
you
should
can
be able to see that now.
Can you on your screen?
Yeah?
Awesome. So you guys see two vampire spawns standing in front of Cardin. That is your
Uh-oh.
action, movement, and bonus. So that brings us to John.
They hurt your puppy.
Yeah, I know. Can't even read that
Pretty
far.
far.
I guess I'll use my action to dash.
Yeah, you can get
Yeah,
here, 60 feet.
yeah. Go there.
Also, just a reminder, if you guys click your token, and then actually hold on, I'll use Asta. If you click your token to pick up and drag, and then right click on the square you're on, you can drag, and it'll show you the measuring tool,
Hmm.
and then let go. and
Oh,
it'll
instead of
auto-move
Q.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been
Sorry.
learning a lot.
Well, that's faster than holding down Q.
Been learning a lot.
It's not working for me.
Well,
I'm
you have
not
to.
doing that.
You have to pick up and drag.
That's
your
also
token,
because
that's why.
you're using your trackpad.
Okay, well.
Yeah, that probably doesn't help. Anyway,
Yeah,
John, that's
I
your
was
move
gonna say
and your
mine.
action.
Bonus action to turn on my sword, okay. Now
Flame
I'm
on. Actually, no, it's combustion, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so combustion.
Boston. For my puppy.
Actually, hold on. Is this the correct order? Yeah, you have a higher dex than Valinar, don't you, Katya?
Dexterity
Yes.
is 14. So yes, probably.
Yeah,
Is it-
my dexterity.
Okay. Just making sure. Katya, have at it.
I have a question. Since there is a Minotaur skeleton, which is a large creature, standing at the head of the group, would I have clear... I mean, I might be able to see where Cardin and the vampires are at, but would I be able to hurl a firebolt at them?
I'm going to say no. Just because of all of the obstacles.
Yeah, okay.
And I guess they are technically within range.
They're in
they're
range.
out of
They're
range,
definitely
but-
in range.
I mean, you could definitely attempt, but I would give you disadvantage, and they would probably have a slight AC boost. Just
Alright,
because
go
of...
ahead and move then. 5. Oh, I can't occupy the same space and I can't get past them. So
like
I
it
had to
won't
come up
let
here.
you, or...
My movement would put me right underneath the Minotaur.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
He doesn't want to be there.
Nobody does.
I mean,
There's nothing
technically,
there
I-
for him to gaze at, so.
Well, I mean, technically, I could stand with it because it is a size larger than me.
So you can now occupy the same space as another creature. If you wish to stand in that space to, say, cast a spell, you can, as long as you don't end your turn there, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't have enough movement to move back out, so I'll just step back here.
Mm-hmm. And what's the plan from there?
Well,
Because that was 30 feet, maybe?
How close are you to
25?
me and John?
nowhere near. If I were to dash, I could reach you next turn as long as you don't move. But I have no reason to get up that high. Not close enough to cast haste, unfortunately. So I'll probably just do a fire. I want to do Tides of Chaos and hit, but I am surrounded by allies.
Good boy.
So, are you going to do
But
anything? I also want
It's a
to.
chance
I
I'm
also
willing
want
to take.
I also want to give a friendly reminder to everybody that this is a dungeon, and that there is valuable information and treasure in here that you can find if you spend the time to explore. Obviously. So,
I'm using my
There-
Tides of Chaos.
okay, to give yourself advantage.
Alright. Minus a disadvantage for being behind the Minotaur, right? Hello?
Which one are you aiming at?
That one. The closest one. The easier one to see.
I would say that you wouldn't have disadvantage. It would just have a very slight AC boost due to you shooting through allies.
Okay.
It's nothing major, but Tides of Chaos would give you advantage on it, so the chances of you overcoming that bonus would be pretty high.
Okay. So, Firebolt. Find it in my list here. I'll roll it at advantage.
Oh.
16 or 16. Take your pick.
Okay. That is, ironically enough, that's exactly what you needed.
Wow, look at me then. 4 max damage. God damn!
Oh, very nice.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Wow.
That's...
That is a beautiful firebolt.
I
Somebody
will
take a
accept
picture.
this.
Somebody take a picture of that, please. So you just kind of like, excuse me, pardon me, and you just launch a firebolt kind of underneath the skeleton's legs, and it whizzes between your two tanky boys' heads and just collides into this walking vampire spawns kind of like a esophagus area, and it kind of as it looks down towards you guys. Hey, guess what?
I'll do like a shy wave.
Hey, guess what?
Guess
That
what?
was Tides of Chaos. I'm gonna give it back to you.
Thank you.
For 20 points of fire damage, you deserve to have it back.
41.
Okay.
Ooh.
You
Let
have
me
had this one before.
let me try to not have that, please.
Well, hold on. Does Tides of Chaos does that automatically trigger a wild magic? Because this may be unavoidable.
It says DM can have you roll on Wild Magic Surge table after casting a sorcerer spell. Oh! Technically, that was not a sorcerer spell, that was a cantrip.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah, it has to be a sorcerer spell that I cast to get it back. Or a long rest, I believe.
So this is Tides of Chaos, right?
Right. Oh yeah, it's in the book. It says anytime before you regain the use, the DM can have you roll on the Wild Magic Surge table immediately after you cast a sorcerer spell first level or higher, and then you can regain it. So I won't be able to get it back unless DM overrides the rule.
Yeah, no, I'll allow for it. I'll allow it to stand as is. We might keep that 41 for later, though.
Oh.
Alright,
Delayed effect, huh?
maybe. Okay.
So y'all are safe.
Bonus action?
This time.
Oh, it was
Oh.
bad for you, not for them.
I don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus action without spending more
Valinar.
last 2 sorcery points.
Well, I kinda can't get within range without dashing, so
Running?
guess I'll dash.
Okay.
Put me what? I can't read.
That's 60.
There. So I have a trackpad, so I can't do the drag thing.
A little bit
I can
further.
go. There we go.
Yeah, unfortunately, it works way better with mouse.
Yeah. I have a mouse. I just don't have room to get out right now.
You might
Well-
be able to. You might be able to use the Q shortcut that I mentioned in chat last week with the mouse pad instead. But either way,
Or just
Yeah.
use the roller button on the side.
alrighty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
That brings us to Asta. Unless you have a
I'm-
bonus
I'm gonna-
action.
I'm bonus actioning harness divine power to gain a second level slot back.
Okay. Wait, I thought that was half your proficiency bonus rounded down.
It's half your proficiency rounded up.
Rounded up? Okay, my bad, my bad.
That was rounded up. I'll double check.
Go ahead and check on that for me while we go ahead and move on. So, Asta. They are not within your range. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Alright,
Well,
well,
actually-
can I use my turn to move closer to them then?
Actually, technically, I think they might actually be. I would suggest moving closer anyway. You could move. You have 30 feet of movement. You could get in front of the pack here and then take a few shots at the first one here. Not really have much of an issue.
It is rounded up.
Okay, thank you. Would you like to do that, Asta?
Yes, I would.
Alright. You'll move up your 30 feet, which is what I believe you have.
I think so. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Let me check. Yep.
Yeah, freaking ranger ability. Alright. So you are there. You can make the 3 attacks on this one here if you so desire.
Which one? Where now?
The one down here. It is.
Ah, okay. I had to scroll. I'm just on my laptop without my nice monitor. I'm in the kitchen right now, so I can see.
Ooh, understood.
Yes. Let's see. Yes, I would like to use my sharpshooter at that guy.
Go for it. Yeah, hand crossbow has a max range of 120, and with sharpshooter, you ignore the 30-foot minimum. Alright, so go ahead and roll your attack, and -5, since you are sharpshootering.
Alright, come here, character sheet. Having 2 screens is so much better.
That'll just miss, actually. 19 minus
Oh, come
5 to
on.
14. Look, you
Do
rolled
I have a
8,
bonus
okay?
action?
You have 2 more attacks if you use your bonus action to attack.
I vote yes.
Okay, so roll 2 more attacks.
2 more, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you sharpshootering on these ones as well?
Yes. Let's just
Okay.
pretend I said yes before I rolled.
You're good.
Oh,
The second one just misses again, and the third one?
Oh, come on!
Same number.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Literally
Yeah,
just
I
got to
couldn't
roll
even
one
see the
higher.
number because small screen right now, but... Okay, I can try one more time, yes?
Yep, one more.
Yep.
Third time's the charm, right?
Yeah, usually. That'll hit.
Oh.
Good!
It's a 9, not a 6. What she needed. 20 minus 5 is a 15, which is what she needed. So go ahead and roll damage for that one.
Wait, how do I do that again?
Hit
Click on
the hand crossbow plus
in the chat.
1 in the chat.
Oh, duh, yeah, I knew that. Okay.
And then don't forget to add 10 to it because of sharpshooter.
18.
Not bad.
Here we are.
Shot.
Thanks.
Alright. Alrighty. Good hit. For bonus action, move, and action, so D-knock.
Yep.
What the?
Hmm. Definitely move there, but I need to look up what the move does again. So I need to see if that's an actual attack or if that's just a thing that happens when he...
Are you talking about the charge?
Yeah.
No, it's just something
Yeah.
you can do when he moves that many feet.
Okay, yeah, I just had to make sure of that. So 40. And he's going to dash. And that'll activate Gore.
Well, I think he
Like,
has
I needed to make
hit-
sure it wasn't an action.
I think he's. Let me grab.
Because it
think he
says...
has to, I think he has to make an attack with it, doesn't he?
And hits with a
it
Gore
says-
attack.
Yeah, it hits with a gore attack, so he has to have an action left to do so.
Okay. See, that's what I needed to know, so...
Yeah, it was just something
Moving
he does.
back.
Yeah, it's not something he has to do. It's just something he can do when he moves.
I need to make sure that's where he was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, okay.
Just a word of advice: if you guys are measuring, go from the second column here because it'll show up easier. It's the same distance, pretty much regardless of what you're doing, because both of these squares would be 45. So, and that would be 40. So yeah. Anyway, alrighty. Yep. Keep moving everything you're moving. I'm imagining you're gonna move skeletons and stuff up 30 feet. Actually move them all in one group. They'd actually split the difference there.
Zombie would actually be back 10.
Okay.
He only has 20 feet.
Well, I figured you'd have him dash to keep up with the group.
There we go. Imagine that, a zombie running.
Oh god!
All right, and then are you going to have the skeletons make longbow attacks?
Yep.
All right.
All
I'm
on...
assuming- Yeah, I'm assuming on
the
the first
closer one.
here. Go for it. Roll 3 attacks. One hit.
One hits.
Hey, better than none. Oh my god.
Max hit on it? Okay.
Sure, that'll
Alright.
help make up some
Nice.
of that difference.
And do I have view on it?
Yeah, you would.
No, I need to check distance because I could do something. 50.
This is a intelligence saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
No bonuses. What's the DC? Oh, I rolled a 16.
Darn.
I know. So do they take half damage?
Doesn't look like they take any.
Yeah, because this is a cantrip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they wouldn't take any damage. Good attempt, though.
Oh yeah. I figured, get that second ability off would be best.
Yeah. Well, could be. Depending on which way they move. The save, yeah.
Mhm.
Alright.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. That brings us to the top of the turn order. This one is hurt. Okay. They are going to... There. This one is going to... This one's gonna move and move this one, actually. Gonna jump back away from your torchlight. And you're gonna watch Cardin as a you're gonna watch as this visions of a dead female, kind of neck cut, kind of steps out of the wall in front of you and just kind of looks at you. And it is going to attempt...
Wait, did it? It looks like it's right on Cardin.
It is now.
It's right in
It's
front
going
of me.
to. It's going to attempt to, take Cardin over. Cardin, can you make me a charisma
Oh,
saving
no.
throw?
Oh.
That's not
Save.
good.
You knock one over you.
Make me
Charisma.
a charisma saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh,
Is he-
shit.
Is he still by me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why couldn't it be freaking wisdom?
Add +2. If that's a
Plus
saving
2.
throw.
Okay. 13.
13 just fails.
No.
Okay.
Well, that's not good.
So let's see. Okay. Oh, you're already raging too. Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that ghost possession?
It is.
Hmm.
Does it tickle?
However,
You
that
just see
does...
like black mucus come out of my eyes.
Mhm.
Ew.
Exactly. He
Ew.
watches this kind of thing kind of enters Cardin's body, and he kind of like for a moment looks like nothing happens, and then just freezes for a moment. Slowly begins to turn towards John. However, I do
Just the
believe-
head.
I do believe, however, it takes his action to do so, so he cannot do anything else on this turn. And they are holding their action. That'll bring us to Cardin. So this is interesting. Hold on one second. I gotta read this again. Mm-hmm. Doesn't say when what you can do. So I'm gonna say, Cardin, on your turn, you do nothing.
Okay.
Because you will.
Because there's no save after the initial save for that, correct?
There is not.
Uh-oh.
But I'm gonna say on your turn you do nothing. No, because you raged last turn. Okay, so you do nothing this turn because you will act on the ghost initiative next round, and I will have you roll the attacks and stuff just so that I don't have to. Okay.
Okay.
John, Cardin's acting funny.
So wait, above game. Where is Cardin right now? Because I don't see him on the map. Is he the blue token?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you guys. I will move.
Okay.
I will move Cardin above the ghost so that you guys can see the ghost or see Cardin rather than the ghost.
Okay,
So
but
he's catty corner from you.
says the ghost like inside Cardin right now?
Correct.
Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to check because I got slightly confused.
Yep. The ghost, for all intents and purposes of combat, is intargetable, except for very select things. You guys have no idea what those things are.
course not.
Um,
Question: Did we
Yep.
see the ghost come in, or see that Cardin's?
Actually, you have a high passive perception. I would say you would and John would, just because of your guys' proximity.
Okay.
Dinoc, how close are you? That's my question. So Dinoc might have seen it.
You want me to roll a perception?
Yeah, I would say you would need to roll a perception for me. And
I got too many things between me and there.
it's out of range for you anyway.
Yeah.
And Asta could roll a perception if she wanted.
I mean, he's holding a torch, so I can at least see where he's at.
Right, but the anticipation for me was that the ghost would come out of this wall here and go directly into him. So you wouldn't see just
would've been
because
hard
of
to
the
see.
distance and everything. That's my
Yeah,
that
there's
was my
nothing I could've
anticipation
done.
and everything. I will say, Dinoc, with a 10, I'm going to say that you do not see this happen.
Mm-hmm.
You do see Cardin acting funny for a moment, and then
Well, that's always.
I did see it.
yes, you're so close that you would have not have seen it.
Not really sure what I can do though.
You're welcome to try and find out.
Valinar has an idea. He'll
We
probably
sent-
apologize to Dinoc as he runs by.
Vine Smite.
Oh shit!
Like, that's what I'm like. I could slice him in half, but I don't think that'll.
Oh, there's the ghost!
I found it.
Well, guess it's time for backup.
Why are there two? Like, why are there three ghosts there?
Oh shit! I really don't know what to do. Oh my goodness, give me a sec. I don't know what to do.
We could always have another ghost come by and possess him, and that should kick out the last one.
I mean,
I can't use command to like tell the ghost to leave Cardin, can I?
No, if you were to if you were to command a creature, it would be Cardin.
Tell Cardin to leave. Get out of here.
The power of the gods compels thee.
I really don't know what to do.
Smack
And
him in the
there's no
forehead with
other-
your open palm.
There's no other enemies right now, right? Besides
Not
They
that
went
you
around the
can
corner.
see. You could move and attempt to get closer, but
But
to see them. But
leave Cardin, his crazy self, right now.
I mean, to be fair, he's just acting a little funny. You did see something dive into his body, but you have no idea what it was.
You know, that's normal.
Totally.
I'm gonna ask Cardin, like, you feeling okay, bud?
Yeah, Cardin,
Now-
you feel great.
I give him a pat on his shoulder, like,
Okay.
you feeling okay?
Cardin, you feel great.
Okay, don't know what to do. I'm just gonna, say, like, I'm gonna go right here. And I'm pretty much just gonna use the dodge action, is that what it is?
Or disadvantage on attacks against you?
Yeah,
Yep, that is the dodge action.
cool, that's what I'm
stepping-
gonna do.
Although, I will say, as you step forward, you do see the two vampire spawns. One further to the south and the other one maybe 15 feet from you.
Okay, I guess I'll hit it, never mind, frick it, I'm just gonna hit it.
You're going to walk up and hit this one here?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, you know what?
I don't
That's
see
what I'm
nothing.
Okay. Cardin, make an attack
Yeah,
of
Cardin-
opportunity for me.
Cardin just disappeared.
Oh, did he? Oh, there it is.
Will a 23 hit?
Yeah. Kill me, Cardin. It's my fault. Should have walked away from you.
How's 22 points of damage?
Yeah, that feels great.
And
Anyway,
yeah,
I'll turn
and,
around and be like, what the heck, Cardin?
I would say that would happen when you get there. So if you don't want to approach the vampire, you would not have to.
But what do I do now? I got my back to Cardin, like, and now there's a vampire there.
Do you want to step up to the vampire or no?
Well, I can't attack Cardin.
Can.
I mean,
You
I
wouldn't
can,
know-
but
You wouldn't know there's anything wrong until you walk past him and he hits you, so...
Yeah.
yeah, I just like
I
look
mean-
at him like, what the heck? Like, was that a slip up? Like, what are you doing?
Nothing kills an adventurer faster than another adventurer.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna go hit the vampire though. Frick
Okay.
it. I got hit anyway. Whatever.
Yep.
Cardin, watch your axe. Like, don't fucking hit me again. Alright,
As you
now I'm ready.
as you step up to it before you get,
Oh,
attack it,
God.
it was holding its action to attack the first creature it saw,
Okay, let's
or
go.
that pop around the corner. So
How quickly
let's
can I
see.
die? Let's go.
that's a dirty 20.
We don't
What?
want you to die.
Wait, what did you say, Chase?
I said that's a dirty 20 to hit.
What the hell is a dirty 20?
It means it's a 20, but it's not a natural 20, so it's a dirty
Well,
20.
okay, but
It's modified.
20.
yeah, I haven't heard dirty 20. I've heard modified, but I didn't hear dirty. But yeah, that hits.
Okay,
Go for it.
that is.
I mean, it could be a
6 points-
soft 20 if you'd like.
Yeah, that's the other one I heard. I never heard dirty. That's why I just wasn't sure if it was something different.
No, you're fine. That's 6 points of slashing damage,
Sweet, delicious,
and then it's going to attempt to try to bite you.
hot. Okay, let's go.
Oh, that's another That's another soft 20. I'm sorry.
All right, let's go. Where'd that
Stop
damage?
doing that. Rip, stop doing that.
No. I
Let's
don't
go.
want it.
Where is it?
That's 6 points of necrotic damage.
Oh man, only 6. Okay.
Are you resistant to 6? To
Wait,
necrotic
hold up.
damage?
Yeah, I'm
Necrotic?
resistant to 6 damage.
Yeah, I'm resistant to 6 damage. That's too low. What would that be? I don't know.
That would be a paladin thing. I'll look it up. In the meantime,
Okay.
you can take your attacks.
Because I'm like, I got immunity to disease. Oh,
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Oh, and
yeah,
by the
maybe
way,
that's what you're
just,
thinking.
and just kind of keep track of this maybe in a separate area.
Oh,
But your
gosh.
maximum hit points is also reduced by 6.
Oh, cool.
But that's only temporary. That'll go away whenever you take a long rest.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cardin's under the same effects there, John.
Cool.
Hit him again.
Don't hit me again, or I'm gonna start hitting you back. I can only hold it in so long. You're gonna get hit by 4 attacks.
Yeah. No,
Maybe.
you are not resistant to necrotic damage.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I think the
His
reason
rage
why
is
I was
pouring over.
I think the reason why I was thinking that is my brother played a paladin before, but he played it as an Azamar, so he was resistant to necrotic and necrotic and radiant damage.
Okay.
So, yep.
Alright,
So-
am I allowed to hit now?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you are allowed to
cool.
unload on this creature.
Sweet, that's awesome. Let's see me miss.
It's
Okay, cool. I've added Divine Smite to it too. Just throwing that out there.
oh god, you're gonna re-roll. Roll 2d6 for me because those are both 2s.
Well, I get a 5 at least out of it.
Right, but you have to take those rolls. So that's
Yeah, I know.
11 points of slashing damage and 9 points of fire damage. So that is 11, 20, 33.
Plus 2
Ooh.
for
It
my
is-
Aura of Hate.
Yep, it is barely standing.
Okay, I'm gonna
Punch
hit
it.
it again.
Oh, wait a minute.
What? Nope.
Hold on. What,
I'm holding.
What level Divine Smite did you use?
I used the 2nd level or 1st level against undead.
Okay, so it was a first level slot, but you did the 3. Okay, cool. So you did do the 3d8. Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure because if you would have.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Good. Okay,
Yeah.
it is barely standing.
Okay, I'm hitting it again.
Okay.
Oh!
I missed.
Natural.
You hit Cardin.
Yeah, can I hit Cardin with that?
I'm gonna.
By
I gotta
accident?
I gotta roll severity. I gotta roll severity.
Please
This
let
is
me
for earlier.
accidentally- Let me just accidentally throw my sword at him.
No, it's that would be amazing. I rolled a 13, however, so you just miss.
Damn. Okay. I guess I'll
Cardin
try to hit
catches
it again.
Flame Tongue in his other hand.
Are you gonna attempt to
Outbuilding.
bonus action punch it?
Oh shit! I forgot about not having haste. Oh, I miss you, haste.
I haven't hasted anybody. I couldn't get in range.
Yeah, damn.
This
What
is
a shame.
just a
Okay.
sheet.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch it.
All right, go for it. Bonus action punch.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
15 just hits.
Oh, cool.
You're gonna cave its skull in. It has 2 HP left.
Okay.
Even with a 1 on the die, it's dead.
So you just like take this swing and it like cuts a big deep gash into its chest, and with the second swing, it jumps back, but you let the momentum carry you forward, and as the blade tip hits the ground, you just haymaker into the face of this zombie, and you feel the skull kind of inward. The
Then I
body
look
rest of
back
us
at
slumps to the
here-
Cardin
ground.
and I'm like, "That's you. That's gonna be you next if you hit me again."
The rest of us here, Falcon Punch!
Yeah.
Blood dripping from your hand, you turn and point at Cardin and just, "You're next!"
Do that when I'm drinking.
This is a
Ah,
pity.
Katya.
Well then. I should have done some measurements while I was waiting, but I was too entertained by John.
Yeah. Try to know what
You're
you're gonna do in your
welcome.
turn.
20. He's just out of range no matter where I go.
Well, sometimes you have to move, Galia.
Well, even if I move my max, I can't go max because spaces are occupied. I go. Oops. I had to start moving, then click. Okay. I can go here, max. Because any further, and I'm on top of D-Knock. Any further than that, I had to dash, and there goes my action. So I'll just stop there. I'm outside of haste range. Unfortunately,
Is
but
haste 30 feet?
it's 30 feet,
Okay.
so I don't have the range for that. But I can use my
Please.
bonus action.
Haste the possessed barbarian.
I don't know he's possessed.
Do it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Katya didn't see it.
Yeah, Kalia
Exactly.
did it.
But I'm not close enough to do anything. So I'm gonna use my
I would
bonus
say,
action.
D-Knock, you saw Carden attack John. That you would have seen. Katya...
Nah, I was too far away.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, probably not without a perception check, and you're not very perceptive, so...
Yeah. I'll consume a first level spell slot to get a sorcery point as a bonus action, and then I'll hold a firebolt
Okay.
for the next sign of hostility.
You mean an enemy?
Yes, an enemy.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I'm like, technically, whatever your allies are about to do would be hostile, so...
That's what I mean. Next time I see an enemy, because I don't see shit right now.
Yeah, understood,
enough.
understood. Alrighty, holding your action. Valinar.
Okay. Would I'm still gonna move. I think that's 30.
Yeah.
Yep. Would Valinar know if the Minotaur, D-Knock's Minotaur, is strong enough to not be killed by a channel?
No, because the last time you saw a Minotaur, it was outside of the range.
Okay.
Just do it.
What is the range on your channel divinity?
The
turn
undead one is 30. It's all 30 feet.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you can either do it or you can do not.
Do it.
Save our friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the channel divinity.
Okay. Channel
I'm a
divinity.
bit confused because I don't see anything going on, so I'm like, what are you attacking?
Alright, can you put the channel divinity...
I'm gonna throw
Hold
a
on.
turn undead one in there that has all the info in it.
How many channel divinities do you have?
I have 2 left. Before this one, so I have 1 left after this. I have
should
3
only-
because of the Amulet of the Devout.
Of the amulet, thank you. I was like, wait, how are you getting 3? Okay. Okay. And you hadn't used... You haven't used the one from the amulet yet, right?
No, I have not. That's always the last one I use.
Yeah, because that one I don't believe you would get back on a short rest, unlike your
Yep.
channel. Okay, so your channel divinity off.
All right.
Make a wisdom saving throw for your Minotaur, Dina.
Shh.
13,
What's
I believe,
your-
is a fail. I believe. What's your spell save DC?
Yeah, my 17.
Okay.
Oof.
Your Minotaur must run away. The
From
challenge rating
Valinor.
of the challenge rating of a Minotaur is too great for him to destroy it outright, but it still has to run away. So it is turned and must run away. Well, from the source anyway. I'm trying to remember how this works. Okay. That's what I wanted to know. Alrighty. Carden.
What shall Cardin do?
You have
This-
control of your body again.
Yes. Cardin is going to,
Well, it's not your turn. It's not your turn. I'm just letting
Yeah.
you know. You have control of
Okay.
your body again. Anything
Okay.
for our bonus action, Valinar?
Can
You watch as like
I
this
see
faint...
that John has been hit?
Yeah. You,
Okay,
you
I
can
will-
I'm real quick. You can see this like faint, pale outline of a person be shunted from his body, from Cardin's body, and through the wall behind him.
Okay, cool. Well, that worked.
So,
In other
now-
news, we're gonna healing word John.
Okay.
And I'll do it at level 2. Because I'm pretty sure he's taking a lot of damage.
I
I
have.
mean, I mean, Cardin did most
Wow.
of it.
Only 8. Sorry.
I give him a thumbs up.
Asta. I don't know if you can. That one's within range or not. It is not. There is a wall skirting the edge, unfortunately. But you could move forward here and then shoot at it, and it would no longer have the cover of the wall.
stuff.
That's alright. I got it.
Sorry, guys. Smoke alarm is going off.
It's
Oh,
alright. I got it.
jeez.
What'd you do?
Well, she did say she was cooking.
Apparently-
Move
While
one,
also playing.
You're making me
two,
confused.
3.
What the crap?
What?
My roll 20 just like went away.
Uh-oh. It looks like you got
Oh,
logged
boy.
out.
What is happening?
I don't know. Don't worry, I got you.
Technology.
1 hit. Because I wasn't going to sharpshooter, because I wanted to get damage, because I would want to get damage on the board as an opener. 10 damage, nice. Alright. Tarm. No bonus that you can do from this range. Danock, your turn.
And he's probably gonna dash.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
probably.
he
Yeah.
goes.
Can't quite go that far, but yeah.
He just yeet.
Can you still
I just
see?
watched a Minotaur come leaping over me.
Huh.
And we just all hear bye.
Turning the token on so that you can see it in the darkness.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
It just turns around and,
Val,
and just runs away down the tunnel.
Dinock's just like, Val?
I was trying to
Roll
get it
it up.
out of him.
Get.
Oh,
Oh.
right. Okay, then.
Is it out?
Raising.
Yes. I saw it leave.
And you'll say I have issues.
Yes.
Oh, I don't see anything, so he's gonna hold his action.
You don't see. Oh, it's. I'm so sorry. It's literally 65 feet out of your range.
But yeah, I'm gonna hold a Mind Sliver again.
Okay. Sounds good. It is my turn.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm just getting things ready. Ooh. Good to know.
And the skeletons are also going to ready arrows from longbows.
Okay. I need to see something. Yes.
Zombie's actually going to dash, I think.
Get where?
Because the zombie wants to get in all the action!
Fair enough.
So you can hit nothing.
This vampire, I want to give it an intelligence check to see what it does. Low. Means can't get that far. It's gonna go. He doesn't want to get cornered. He'll go there.
Target!
Hold on. I'm gonna hold off because you may want to target something else. Because you guys are going to see the ghost. Hold on. Going to emerge from this wall here. Oh, come on, move. There you go. And it's going to attempt to possess Valinar.
Oh, great.
So,
Oh no.
I'm going to assume that triggers everyone's held actions when the ghost emerges from the wall. Which means...
Wait,
Unload.
but wouldn't it have to run from Valinor?
No. Because the channel... because it didn't have to make the effect because the turn undead only removes the possession effect. Because...
Does that trigger my action as well?
I would say yes. So, Katya, because it's within range of your sight, Katya, Denock, and your skeletons, Denock, can... Mind Sliver, okay. Oh, I'm pretty sure that fails. Yeah, that's a fail on the Mind Sliver.
How many of those hit?
All of them.
Oh.
Yep. Really low AC on a ghost. Oh, wait a minute. They're non-magical weapons, though. It's not immune to that, though. Just resistant. Good to know.
Oh well, okay. I'll take that.
Yeah, for sure. Don't blame me there.
Especially with as many things hitting it.
Yeah, so that is...
Katya, you may want to throw your thing.
Yep. Oh man.
5. Give me...
Whoosh. Aww.
That's
Still, I'll
pretty
accept
good.
that.
So that's
It's still less than that full 20 though last time.
4. And then... 18. What damage type is this? Oh, it's firebolt, so it's fire. Okay.
Yep.
It is resistant to fire.
Really?
Bruh.
Yeah. Dude, ghosts are resistant to, like, so much crap, and they're practically immune to all kinds of conditions. So it will take 30 points of damage from all of that. It is still standing, however. So
Floating.
Valinor.
Whatever it does.
And I don't suppose a warding flare would do me any good.
nope, because it's a possession. Charisma saving throw, please.
Oh no.
No!
And you are...
+2. Oh wait, is he close enough to me?
I think
10
so.
Isn't it 10
Nope,
feet?
never mind, JK.
Hold on. I'm gonna turn your aura on. I don't know why it got turned off. 10-foot radius.
Then yeah, he's in range.
Mm-hmm.
He's just in range.
Okay,
But-
+2.
But 14 is actually what you needed to save.
Hey!
So, you are not possessed. Man, I thought your charisma saves were negative numbers.
I'm proficient in charisma saves, ironically enough.
Yeah, clerics, right? Okay.
Wow.
It cannot do that.
I just stare at the ghost. Just with this look of, really?
Mm,
And Ghost just be like, I don't know. This never happened before.
yeah, I'm
Wait
going to
a
say because of that, it's going to trigger. Going to attempt to try use its horrifying visage, which is I think it's a passive thing. I can tell. So because it was not triggered, I need. I think everyone. Yeah. Where far? Yep, you're only 50 feet away. So I need everybody to make a. Where is it? Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, cool.
How about my skellies?
I'm fine with this.
No,
How's
your
it
skeletons
going?
are your skeletons are unaffected, Denock.
Oh.
I'm sorry, 29.
Wow.
Okay.
Basically just Katya.
Yeah, Katya.
Wait,
you are.
where's Asta?
Oh, I didn't roll for.
I'm back here. Sorry.
It's
Okay,
all
what
right.
am
I got
doing?
it. I just did it. It's fine. You're
Okay,
good.
just me.
Yep, I'll let you take over from here now, though. Okay.
Okay,
When,
I think
when I have you.
I'm good now.
All right. Cool. So, Katya, you are frightened.
Yay.
Oh, what did you roll? You rolled a 7.
I rolled a 7.
Oh no.
Oh no, what? I don't want to hear that.
Ooh, this ought to be fun. Give me a second. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make you do it. Roll me a d4, Katya.
A D4.
Mhm.
All right.
2.
2.
Okay. You guys turn and watch as Katya suddenly appears 20 years older.
Oh.
Katya, you age by 20 years. You are now 20 years older than you were.
Oh. Okay.
Honey, I thought
Or-
you were back under control.
I'm now middle-aged. I hope this isn't permanent. But I don't know.
Okay.
Funny.
Sorry, it's the penalty for failing the DC by 5 or more.
I'm sorry.
Alrighty, that'll end its turn. That thing isn't going to go anywhere. It's going to hold its action because it moved.
Do I
Cardin.
feel 20 years older, or do I just look it?
It says you age by 1d4 times 10 years, so yes.
Jesus. Fantastic.
That's actually kind of deadly if you're playing like an older character that's like not long-lived.
You turn
It
into
goes
a
off all the time.
gravestone?
Anyway,
Shit!
yeah. So that's their turn. Cardin.
Auden will, that ghost is right in front of Denock, right?
It's in front of.
In front of
From
Valnar.
me.
Um,
Chatty corner to you.
He's like, screw that, and just tries to hit the ghost.
That should hit. Right?
Sorry, I stepped away for just a second. 14. That'll hit.
Yes. I rolled 20 points of damage.
Well, fun fact.
And it's Cloud
Hold on.
Splitter.
Yep, but it's still resistant to thunder damage. So it takes the 14. It takes all the 14 slashing because Cloud Splitter is magical. But it only takes 2 of the thunder damage. Oh wait, it's force damage.
Yeah, it's force damage.
So no, it takes all of it. You said how much?
20 because the rage.
Dead.
Yay.
Even having the force damage wouldn't have hit 15 HP. Just and it just kind of into mist.
Oh, good. Does my aging reverse?
No.
Oh no! My beautiful good looks.
And then you still have movement, so if you wanted to, you could technically get to this other one, Cardin.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
All right. When you
I
get
said
there,
to
it
pause.
will. When you get there, it will use its held action to attack you.
Okay.
I gotta do something quick. Turn. Okay. And it will attempt to attack you. The first roll, natural 1. 30, natural 20, but just misses.
Oh, at least that was your nat 20 for that character for right now.
Right. But its bite attack is a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay.
Of course, it was the good attack that it actually rolled good on.
I mean, let's see how it does for damage, though. Not great. 5 points of necrotic damage. You're raging, so it's actually reduced to 3. And your maximum HP is reduced by 3.
Okay.
Okay. Now you can attack it.
Yep. Well, 27 hit.
No, it's too high. Yes, go ahead. Oh my god.
Okay.
That's a lot of damage.
What's the total on that?
Yeah, that's max.
I'm aware it's max, but what's the total, Cardin?
17,
Plus 6, plus 2.
so 23, 25.
Big oof. It's standing, though. But big hit. Good hit. Alrighty. John? I'm assuming that's your turn, Cardin.
Yes.
Alright. John, you are up.
Alright,
I'm assuming you want to go and bash this other one.
yeah, but I'm gonna be like a little bit weary of Cardin as I'm passing him. Like,
So you're gonna go
I'm
like
like-
here.
He's going to use
Give him
the
a 10-foot
full
berth.
30 feet of movement.
If you use all your movement and move over one more, you'll get flanking.
cool. Okay, I'll do that. But like the whole time, I'm like keeping an eye, like both on the enemy, but on Cardin too. Like just like staring him down.
Understood. I love it. All right, so you can make these attack rolls with advantage.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna use the great weapon master feat then.
Ooh, go for it.
Every time.
13
Even
just
with advantage.
misses. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'm just gonna do
those
the
are
normal
that's a
one. Nope.
really low roll though. Oh,
Okay.
16 hits.
Oh, cool.
You have
Sweet.
advantage.
Awesome. Yeah.
Burn, baby,
Oh my
burn.
goodness. That's 20. Do you have a plus, right? 20.
A +2.
So 22?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. Alright. Are you adding anything
It's
on
still-
top of it or no? It is still standing.
Yeah, you know what? I'll throw a divine smite on it. You know what? Sure, let's
Tack it
do
on.
it.
Well, ouch.
Still standing.
Yes, but it's very hurt.
All right, I'm gonna punch it.
Go for it. You know it won't.
Paladin Solutions.
22 hits.
All right, give me a sec.
Flanking.
I almost forgot to minus those slots.
Ooh.
Max effort.
It's still standing, but that really, you busted its nose as you kind of come in with that punch as it has turned to face you.
Okay, cool. Take that.
Alright. Katya.
Sweet.
Oh, your
Finish
fear
the
effect
job
is
then.
gone, by the way. Your fear effect
Yeah,
is gone.
I saw that as soon as they died.
But you were still 20
On the
years older.
move. Yeah. Oh, my knees hurt to walk. Okay, I should have line of sight now. I can see that right there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna throw my Eldritch Blast at it.
Eldritch Blast. Blast.
Eldritch Blast! Oh,
Rolling severity.
shit! That's a nat
Yeah.
one.
That's cocked, I'm sorry. Ooh. That's low. Roll damage.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Carden. But this is for earlier.
5. Okay. Now, I need, who should I have roll this? D-Knock, roll me a D4. 1 to 2, it's Carden. 3 to 4, it's John.
Uh-oh.
'Cause both of them
No,
are
not
technically
John. He's
mine.
already mad enough at me.
One thing.
Oh.
John, you take
I'm
5
sorry,
points.
buddy.
Are you kidding me?
I'm
sorry.
I'm starting to list.
I'm fighting in the dark. I can't always hit my target. But I still have another beam.
Yep.
Oh no.
Wait, how much do I take from that?
5 points of force.
That might hit.
That was like a tickle.
Yeah, that hits though, Katya.
Oh my god!
Wow. Wow.
How?
1 point of force
Ow.
damage. I did more damage
Ow.
to John.
How?
It almost like
John will remember this.
So for flavor text, it's just one beam, and as it launches, the vampire sees it and like ducks and just like very ever so faintly gets that graze on its cheek as the majority of the blast impacts John, and John looks down at you and just like stares the death glare at you. For flavor's sake.
I can't even trust my own party. This is why I'm gonna betray you all.
I'll be right there on the betrayal bus. Whatever the hell that is. I'm
Alright.
sorry.
Anything else
Betrayal
for you, Katya?
wagon? I better not throw anything else out there. I might hurt my back.
Alright, Valinar.
Jesus.
We're just gonna. Whoops. I can go a little more. And actually, I can technically do it right here, right? That's still. Ah, wrong button.
You were there, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops. I'm gonna go ahead and go there and attack it with the giant slayer that I never gave back.
okay.
Yeah. Oof.
Nope.
Nope, that'll miss.
We're not doing good tonight.
Oh,
I'm doing fine. What are you talking about?
bonus action. I'm gonna healing word John again since I just saw Katya attack.
Okay. Yeah, that's better.
9.
You got
Yay.
more from a first level spell than you did from a second. John, you
Is
heal
that
from
9?
Yeah.
Thank you. Give you a thumb up. You're the only person I can trust on this team.
Wait, what?
Asta.
You're not gonna trust you too. Sorry. I didn't think you were in earshot of the.
Wow.
Asta. That creature's within shooting range.
We know what that means.
Don't roll that ones.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you can probably kill this thing without sharpshootering it.
So if I use sharpshooter, I can just overkill.
Or you could miss all of them too. You never know. It's the roll
Or
of
you
the
can
dice.
just like guarantee hit it, basically.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
So no
I
sharpshooter.
think I. Yeah.
Okay. Go for it. Roll 3 attacks.
Let's hope I get better rolls this time.
Hit. And roll a second. Hits. And if you want to roll your third one, you're welcome to.
Sure, why not?
Hits.
It's super dead.
12. Oh my
I
god.
didn't mean to roll it twice.
I like to imagine she's just standing at the back and she just fans the hammer on a hand crossbow. I know that's not how it works, but somehow she does it. And these arrows just, 2 of them hit the zombie or the vampire spawn. One of them hitting him in the head and downing the creature, knocking it down. And then the third one, just to add insult to injury, comes and just right in the heart, or where the heart would be if it had one, that creature and all. But that effectively combat. Wow, right at the end of that song too. That was ironic.
Just good timing.
Yeah. I'll put the
So that's all of them.
back on. That you see at the moment.
Does my Minotaur come back?
After a minute, he does.
Just kind of creeps in slowly, like, oh
Dad?
god.
Dad?
I want to go over here to John. John, I owe you a drink.
Who are you?
I turn and look at Valinar. Who do you think?
Some old man?
Excuse me, old?
Is that
Yeah,
why
that-
you hit
yeah.
me?
That's Claudia.
My
I saw his
eyesight.
age.
eyesight isn't what it used to be, okay?
That's for sure.
You know, in retrospect, maybe wearing sunglasses down here is not a good idea.
But you definitely do owe me a drink, Katya, after hitting me like that.
Well, fortunately, it wasn't one of my most powerful spells. Or we might not be having this conversation.
Oh, you think you could take me out, old man?
If you didn't see it coming, maybe. Next time I won't have to aim.
Just saw that. Don't think I didn't see
Yep.
that.
Yep.
What?
Nothing.
What?
What's the matter, Enoch?
Nothing. No, don't.
I'm
Hey
confused.
guys, do we want to look around to see if we can find anything?
By the way, I'm looking to see at this ghost.
I vote yes to that.
What ghost?
So the ghost kind of erupted into like mist in a sense. So there's not
Anything
much of
left?
this- Not really. I mean, there's tatters of rags, but nothing of value.
Not unless you put like a bolt under it.
Want to leave the body in front of me?
Has to come up.
Yeah, I'm gonna come over here to this vampire.
Okay.
I just want to look
Um,
around the room more.
Dark in here.
What do they?
Is there another way out of here? I mean, I don't want to go rushing off ahead or anything.
Hey, you
Especially
might
not-
kill over.
The
Yeah,
vampires
tell me about
carry
it.
No weapons, no armor. They're literally wearing rags.
Yeah.
They do have.
I take the rag. No, I'm kidding.
I would say between the two of them, you might find, like 10 copper pieces.
Sweet.
Nice.
Put it in the bag of holding.
Mhm.
Most likely peasants of some sort.
Gotcha.
Whoa,
I
why
come
is
up here.
Cardin in 2 different places on my map?
Hey,
You
Dino.
okay, John?
I'll be okay if people stop hitting me.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I was aiming for the vampire. Like I said, my eyesight's not what it used to be, 10 minutes ago.
Surprisingly, it wasn't just you, Katya. Cardin took a swing at me too.
Wait, hang on. Are we all just gonna gloss over and not question the fact that Kadia, you're older? What did you do this time?
Look, at this point, I've gotten used to him doing weird things. I
Yeah,
just
you
figured
know-
it was another thing.
I've gotten
If
used
I
to
thought
doing
it-
weird things to kill me.
You see, if I believe I would understand if this was a side effect of my magic, but I didn't feel any surges in that last battle, so
Wait,
I don't think.
didn't that. When did that happen? Questioning.
Right about the time I saw the ghost, it tried to take over Valinar, and I took one look at it, and all of a sudden my back started to feel real stiff.
Uh-oh. Asta's wandering ahead.
Asta,
Oh, hold on!
Where'd Asta go?
Asta?
And
I can't
Asta.
see.
that will kind of trigger combat again.
Oh, God.
I guess. Okay, are we all headed down this way?
Asta!
Asta?
Asta.
Never split
Asta.
the party!
So hold on. I'll allow you guys to move because I'm a generous god. My question to you is: would you
I'll move
guys?
back.
Do you guys
Okay,
want to
bye.
keep? Do you guys want to keep this turn order, or would you like to roll new?
I definitely want to
new.
roll new.
Roll new.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right.
Sorry,
Oh,
Asta
no.
got bored. She just wanted to kind of start looking around.
Yeah. Well, this is what happens when you do that.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're rolling new too, right?
Yeah. Everybody
Hallelujah.
roll new. Everybody roll new.
Oh my god, it's lower!
Oh, that's better. That is literally double my last initiative.
Actually, that's kind of in line with my new aging.
Asta? There you go, yeah.
Oh my god!
No way.
So much better than last time.
Nat 20.
I don't see
Yeah, it
Oh,
looks
shit.
like you need to put her in again.
Yeah. So whenever you go to roll initiative,
Click on the
Click- yeah,
token on the map first.
Oh yeah, my bad.
no, you're
Oh.
fine.
Don't worry about it.
Hard to get 2 rolls.
He has advantage on initiative. Remember?
Yeah.
Right, okay, you're right.
And I do
Oh.
have that on my character sheet, right?
It's not detailed. It's just
Oh,
the
yeah.
ability. So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the one that does it or not. So I had to look it up. So actually, I need to grab. You know what?
Which way did she go?
You know what? Let's take a quick break right here because I need to go grab something.
Perfect.
It's a little after 10:30. I need to go grab something. So let's take a very short break here, and we'll come back in a few minutes to see what happens.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Be right back, guys. Okay, now that we're all back, initiative is rolled. Battle music is playing. Asta, you are up first, and I don't know if you guys heard what I was saying. I'm doing something different for natural 20s because I want to spice up natural 20s on initiative because otherwise they're kind of pointless. So, going forward, for anytime you roll a natural 20 on initiative, for the first round of combat, you have advantage on any attack rolls you make during that turn. So it doesn't
What if you roll a
automatically.
Nat 1?
That depends on your modifier.
Uh-oh.
So
Yeah, one of my previous characters had like a -2 on initiative, and he didn't go for, what was it, 2 turns, you said?
no, he He rolled a natural 1, which brings it to like a negative one. Because of that, he just did not act in the first round of combat. He just lost a turn. So
Wow.
he spent his first turn going.
Yeah, that was a bad day for him.
It was funny. So, Asta, you get to act first. The first thing you see is immediately within range. You see 2 more of these ghost-like figures, and then off in the distance, you see something else. It looks horrifying and massive.
Well, I guess it's fitting that I go first since this is my fault. So there's 2 ghosts. Are they coming after me in any way?
They are turning to go after you now, as combat has been initiated.
Okay, so I'm gonna try it anyway, but as my arrow's just gonna go through them.
Technically, no, because your crossbow is magical.
Yay! Yay for magic. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I am going
Most
to.
of you guys have magic in some capacity at this point.
Yay for magic. Okay. I'm going to use my sharpshooter and aim at the one that is nearest to me.
All right, go for it. You have advantage on all of these shots, by the way.
Awesome.
Not that I don't think nothing you could. Hits. 21. 20 points. Second shot. With a -5, that still hits at a 12. Or, sorry, 14. Another 20 points of damage. Yeah, third attack.
Hopefully soon it'll be doubly dead soon.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry. It only had 5 HP left. On a natural 20. Roll damage, because I want to see how much it would have done.
Okay.
Oh.
26.
Wow.
No. It would have been 16. It would have been 36 points of damage on that one.
Oh.
So, ouch. But you killed one. Would you like to move anywhere, or do you want to stay where you're at?
Let's see. Is the other one like probably coming after me at this point too?
I mean, you would imagine. As far as you're aware, you're the only one in the chamber.
Oh, okay. I'll move a little bit closer to the other one for next time.
Okay, go ahead and move your character. Pardon, you're up. D-Knock, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon?
Yep.
Go.
Okay, Karn will move 40 and then he'll like chuck a javelin at that ghost.
Okay. Any second now.
Well, it'd be nice if. Well, we'll just do hand act.
There you go. That'll hit. 26 hits.
Yep. 7
for
damage.
7 damage.
Yep.
Your hand axe is not magical, so that'll actually be
3.
Yeah, 3. Yep, that's
Yeah,
one
then-
attack.
Yep. Javelins are basically the same damage as a hand axe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Guess we never put it in with all my other stuff.
Oh, gotcha. 13 also hits.
Sweet. 7.
Another 3 damage.
That was
Nice.
3. And then
Okay.
Cardin will rage as his bonus action.
Okay. Make sure you keep track of your rages.
Yeah,
Because you only have like 3 or 4 of them, I think.
I have 4 total. So
Okay.
I'm
Well,
at
just
2.
letting you know. And as it's more revealed now, as you guys move forward towards this ghost, and you see this other entity over here. This is a massive group of zombies. It is a horde, if you would. So, just so that you guys are aware, hordes can be very dangerous, but they are a single entity, so things like Fireball doesn't work any better than a normal melee attack does. So, the more damage you deal, the less there are. Just so you're aware. But that is what a horde is. Denock.
Right. Enoch will take 2 steps. And he actually doesn't see anyone. Because he doesn't see this.
Yep, because it's dead.
So he'll take another step. Doesn't see anyone.
The vision stops here. Leads to a really long tunnel.
But from standing here, he now sees Asta.
That's true.
So using the last of his movement, he'll come in here. And then his boys will come.
Okay.
Could you put my boys on top layer so I can actually see them?
What do you mean?
I can't see my skeletons or zombie. Because I'm in a position where
Oh!
this is my line of sight.
I know what you're talking. I know what you mean. Yeah, give me 1 second. This will take me a moment because I can't do them all at one time, unfortunately.
Thank you. At least I can see them.
There you go. That should work for you now.
And all of my skellies will move there. Everyone has dashed,
Okay.
and as I have not... Did I? Hold on, let me...
No, you did not.
Yeah, okay. 60 on that.
Valinar, you're on deck. John, you're in the hole.
Yep.
Mind Sliver is quickly becoming one of the moves I want to use the most. Just because
yeah.
it's...
Uh, 14.
Alright, so it fails.
So it takes.
8 damage, and if it tries to make a saving throw, it needs to subtract a d4.
Okay. Alright, you'll probably have to try to remember that D4 part for me just because.
If it survives that long.
Yeah, exactly. Although its turn is coming up. Alright. Anyway, Valinar.
Okay, so this is 20 to just get by Denock so that I can see what's going on.
Yep.
Because you see all my boys around the corner.
Yeah, and I don't think at this point I'm really... I have another 10 feet. I can move up here towards this thing, but that's still, for the most part, out of my range.
You could just hold action.
I think I probably will. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold a Sacred Flame for if that ghost comes within range. Which, unfortunately, it probably won't. Yep, that's gonna be it for me.
Yeah, John?
Okay, I'm gonna creep a little bit to see what's going on.
Okay.
I don't know how much that was. Shoot, I didn't measure that.
It's like 15.
Cool, thank you.
20
And I'm like, dang, there's a lot happening. And not a lot at the same time. Yeah. How far would it be if I dashed, since you have the arrow? Cool. Except I'm still wary of Cardin. Yeah, move it all the way away from Cardin.
So,
Just book it off the map. Goodbye.
60 feet from where you currently are.
Yeah.
So if you went 30, another, 60 gets you this area.
Okay. I'm probably going to move. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna move. You know what? Right here. Right here looks good. Right about.
Okay.
Right about.
Using your action.
There,
dash.
sorry. Yeah, there. That's good. I like that spot.
Bonus action, turn your sword on.
Yeah, I guess I would have turned it off. So yeah, turn it on. Combustion.
Alrighty.
No, I'm just chilling. I'm good.
Okay. It's their turn. Neat. Katia, you're on deck, just so you're aware. This one is going to attempt to possess Cardin. Cardin, are you back, by the way?
No, just record what happens.
Yep, I will. Not much.
And Rona is having trouble again.
Okay.
Rona
shit.
heard stay on deck and then disappeared.
There we
So,
go.
I need Cardin and John to make me charisma saving throw. I will roll for Cardin.
Oh no. Oh no!
I get a
No!
+2 at
No.
least. It doesn't do much, but it's the thought that counts.
RIP! RIP!
You both are possessed.
Yeah.
RIP! What did you do with those dice? Did you bake them?
Apparently.
How do you get a double one?
Like
I
that.
don't know. Well, that's their turn and their action.
So,
This creature, because it is technically a creature, doesn't give a
Did we see
crap.
that the ghosts do that?
Yes, everybody in the room sees it.
Not me.
Except for Katya.
This creature
I'm not in the room.
doesn't care that you're possessed by a ghost. Is going to.
What the fuck?
We're gonna stand there because it won't stand on a thing. It is going to swarm you, John. So, as these hordes of zombies clamor in around you, they surround you, encompassing you completely. While you are swarmed, the horde has advantage on all of its attack rolls. So, the horde is going to make 4 slam attacks on you, John.
Wow.
Second here. Okay, so for the first. Okay, you're possessed again. So for the first attack, that is a 21 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. I think I'm gonna roll the attacks and then do the damage, and then just see where you stand after that.
Stand.
Hopefully. So that's one attack. Second attack is 24 to hit.
That hits.
The third attack is 18.
Just hits.
And the final attack, the fourth attack. Ooh, that one is probably going to miss. That is a 14.
Miss.
Okay, so 3 hits. So, you are going to take... I'm just going to total tally it all up.
Oh, joy, more rain.
Question: do we know that they're possessed?
Yes, we saw the ghosts.
Everybody but Katya,
Wear
because
them like
Katya's
a-
on the other side of the wall.
That is correct.
We saw the ghosts
So-
wear them like a skin suit.
So, John, in total, you take 41 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh!
Ouch.
Oh, it was nice knowing
Okay.
you, John.
Yeah, it was nice knowing me too.
You still
My
standing?
5 points is what put you over, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm still standing.
Okay. Just making sure you didn't drop to 0 or anything like that.
No, I would let you know.
Okay. Just making sure, because that was pretty decent rolls. That'll end their turn. Katya. Asta, you're on.
I have no idea what's going on at all.
Nope, you have no idea.
All you heard was basically Deanox shouting, "What the fuck is that?"
Yep, and so I enter and... Oh, no, I did not go through the wall. I enter and I see everything going on. Or
You see
actually,
everything going to shit.
that's 30 feet.
Yeah.
Will I be able to see John underneath this mass of zombies up here?
You can see his
technically,
flaming
no.
sword trying.
Yeah, you can see the sword, and so you can tell John is inside of this horde. But as far as you can tell, no, he is, for the sake of this, untargetable at the moment.
Okay. So, on quick glance, I see that and shout, "Oh no, that needs to die," and throw a lightning bolt.
You're gonna throw a lightning bolt this way?
You're gonna put my zombie!
Hey, sometimes sacrifices have to be made.
He's doing it again.
Make a dexterity saving throw for your zombie. John, make a
100
dexterity
feet.
saving throw.
No, that's not happening.
Anything in the way.
Oh!
Did you just counterspell me?
Dog's in there!
Oh, well, you should have told me that.
You knew he was in there. You could see his sword.
Ah,
I
at
told
first
you-
glance.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah,
you can
we
see
told
the-
you. His
Yeah.
sword is swinging in there, trying to get out.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
on. He's got a flaming sword, dude.
Okay. Can
now
I?
I'm taking this personally.
Can I rescind my action?
I will allow this one redact.
Okay.
No more.
I'm not
for
hitting
this
John. Not hitting John with a lightning bolt.
So both
this
of you
time.
save your spells.
We'll just have to settle for a chromatic orb instead. At least that won't kill you.
Targeting the horde.
Targeting the horde because that's the only target that I see at the moment.
Yeah, go for it. Roll to hit.
I'll cast it second level. Acid.
That hits.
Mod 20.
You said
Second
acid.
level. Acid.
Okay.
Poof. 23 points.
That's some decent damage.
Nothing below a 5.
Good.
It hurt it. You can see several of the zombies themselves kind of drop dead as the impact hits, but there is still a large number around John. All right, that ends your turn. Asta.
Do I take damage?
Okay, cool.
No.
I'll just I'll let it in
No.
right there.
Asta, the ghosts are gone. All that's left is the horde. But you also know that Cardin and John have been possessed.
Can I just start spewing Latin like in the Winchester? Get him to be.
I wish that would work.
You know what? If you know Latin, I will allow you to try.
Oh man, it's not one of my languages. Does that mean I can't?
Oh, I meant you, the player, but
Oh, well that's gonna be dumb.
yeah. Sorry.
Let me just Google that real quick. Just kidding.
Nomine Patre et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Oh shit!
Alright, so what do you want to do, Asta?
I'll call up Dean. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Can I just like aim at the horde?
Yeah.
Alright, I want to use my sharpshooter.
Hold on, before we go any further, you do know from earlier that Cardin was possessed earlier by one of these ghosts, and now he's possessed again. And you know, during his possession, he did swing at one of his friends.
Right. I'm kind of close to him.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to move away from him just
Sure.
to be safe.
Go behind this, my skellies.
Okay. Alrighty. And you're gonna still target the horde then?
Yes,
Alrighty.
I am using my sharpshooter.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So these are normal
Good
rolls.
target.
These are normal rolls, but you have sharpshooter, so they -5 to hit.
Okay.
So first attack hits with a 15. So ignore the second two. Is 8 plus 10.
Alright,
So
cool.
that is
So
18. Nice. Second attack.
Ooh,
Ooh, 13 minus 5 is
8.
that actually still hits.
Oh, sweet.
That is their armor class.
Huh?
I mean,
That
it's a
is their
big
armor
target,
class.
so.
It is. It's a massive body. It's like the chances of missing are very low. Just like the chances of missing a zombie. So it does hit. Roll damage.
Well, I'd say it's impossible, but my wife one time was trying to save me from a horde of zombies, and managed to hit me with all of her rounds.
Wow.
All right, and then are you gonna bonus action fire as well?
Sure am.
Alrighty. Still sharpshootering.
Yes.
Ooh, natural 20.
Heaven and hell.
I know. Nice. Roll damage. This is a whatever you roll plus 20.
Oh, sweet.
$33.
Wow.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it is. You watch as the horde has been, as she again just kind of fanning the hammer, is reduced to about a fourth of its numbers. It is still standing.
I thought I hit him.
Exactly, but 93 points of damage later, it is still standing. From everything that's hit it anyway. Alrighty. That's your turn. That'll bring us to Cardin.
Okay. Cardin,
Nope, you're
he's-
possessed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's possessed.
Hold on. So the ghost is controlling you. I just did an intelligence check for the ghost with a natural 20. You are going to pull you are going to brandish your maul, your good one, and you're going to smash Dinok's big skeleton. Because it is the closest target.
Glad I moved.
He moved and the ghost did not follow.
I wish. Oh, wait, the good one. There we go.
Oh, so the second one. So 24
Yeah.
hits the skeleton. Roll damage. That's 13, but because it's vulnerable, that's 26.
Let me pull out my calculator.
I'm pretty sure it's going to take more than just the one swing. So, Cardin, go ahead and roll again.
I take a 22 will probably hit.
Yeah. Reroll that
Okay.
too. Because it's a passive thing from my understanding. So roll a d6 for me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
How much is it?
11 doubled, so 22. Total of 48. I think it's still standing.
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
It's on its last leg.
Doesn't know all of your abilities. It can't swing again, however. So that's your turn, Cardin.
Yep.
Dinok.
I see that happen, and I do know that he's possessed.
Yep. Also, Katya, at this point in time, you can probably piece it together as well. You know, Cardin
Well-
is possessed.
I didn't see the original,
Right, but they would have
This
talked
point-
about
Cardin
it.
was possessed.
There was
At
a
this point, I
brief
will
minute
say
or so.
Cardin's possessed.
Gotcha.
Cardin and John are
Easy enough.
possessed.
Easy enough. All right.
Okay, because I was like, I'm a bit confused. Why is he attacking the skeleton?
So I also know that Valinar did something and can hopefully do it again. So I'm going to concentrate on the horde.
Okay. 18 hits.
Oh, for
Aw. But they are not resistant to anything, so that is 6 points of slashing damage.
And my zombie's going to attack the horde.
Okay.
Or
8
not.
hits
Oh, right.
for 8 more points.
Did more damage than the great axe. Okay.
Hey, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some.
Yeah, well, my Minotaur loses every time.
I know.
Hey, he still hit more than 1 point of damage.
Alrighty. Longbows. One
Oh.
miss. Oh, that's a natural 1. I'm gonna roll severity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a miss. But the other 2.
Okay.
Wow.
And then for my actual turn.
That's actually enough to finish off the horde as your zombies or your skeletons pick off the last remaining zombies of the horde.
Nice.
You guys are DPS machines, like, you know, that thing had 120 hit points and it barely had 1 turn.
Good.
The only reason it only had, and the only reason it had a turn is because nobody could see it when they entered the room.
We're also ranged gods.
Yeah, you guys can deal insane amounts of DPS. So. But that ends the horde. Enoch, your turn. You wanted to do something. You wanted to cast.
Yeah. Ooh. Gonna have to move for this one. So I do believe I'm. Yeah.
Yes, protect me, Dina.
Do that, and I'll be close enough to try and make Cardin have a giggle fit.
Oh, okay. Cardin, make a wisdom
I say
saving
butts.
throw. You technically have advantage because of your Kalishtar nature.
Yeah.
That'll
You fail.
though.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was
So you're giggling.
Excellent play. Okay. That'll end your turn, bringing us to Valinar.
So, would Valinar know that Dinok has like more skeletons in his bag of holding? I think he does. Player thinks he does.
Probably. It's not like Dinok hides it.
Okay. Valinar's gonna start running up. As he passes Dinok, he's gonna say, sorry. Gonna run up here. I should be in range for both of them. Yeah.
Easily.
And use his last channel divinity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Your channel divinity. These skeletons. Did they get a wisdom save?
Yeah, they all get a wisdom. Every undead gets a wisdom save, I think is what
So-
it said.
So
Up here somewhere.
your zombie and your skeletons need to make wisdom saves. You know,
Oh,
but
there you go, just in case.
the ghosts are jettisoned from their bodies.
So here's the big one.
The big
Fails.
one-
Ooh.
the big. Okay, so the big one's just frightened again. It'll have to run away on its turn.
Would
Zombie.
my aura protection work for them? It says whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet.
I'll allow it, but a 6 isn't gonna save it. The DC is like 17.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just checking.
Yeah,
Here's the zombie. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
19 technically because it's within the aura, so the zombie is not destroyed.
that's
And then all 3 skeletons.
They will not get the +2 bonus, however. Fail.
Oh my god.
Unnatural 1.
So
Supernatural one.
Your skeletons are actually destroyed because of.
you actually destroyed Dinok.
I did.
You killed Dinok!
Not what I meant to do.
Not what I meant to do.
Oh, sorry, D-Duck! I didn't know you were undead!
I did not realize I was undead.
My bad.
I didn't realize I hit Lichtum yet.
I
Where
thought
were
you were
you
dead
in
inside, but this is
order? Are you
ridiculous.
there? I messed up. I deleted.
He is, he's just a 0 now.
You rolled a 16, so yeah, you're right there. No, wait, that was. No, you both rolled.
I
16.
think I rolled like an 18.
It's a 16.
I just went back up. It was 16. You just have a higher dex than Valinar. Either way, that's where
That's
you
so
were. In the
weird.
tournament.
Like, all of my characters have been low dex except for D-Knock. So it's like, wait, what?
Yep.
I'm not used to
Alright.
having good dex at all.
Dude, I know. Unfortunately, the Turn Undead does not have the same effect on the ghosts when they are possessing somebody. This just jettisons from them from the host body. But I mean, yeah. All right, that's your movement and action. Anything for a bonus?
I don't think so.
Okay. John.
John's been kind of battered to hell and back.
I'll give John a healing word, but I am running low on everything.
It's gonna be like
Max.
Heal 9.
well, thank
Heal for
you. I
9.
appreciate
I
it.
have a total of 3 spells left.
Oh, I would have been fine, but it's alright. Or wait, did I not? Hold up. I didn't do something. Give me a sec. JK. I
You
forgot
didn't.
about that damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna
No,
say,
thank you. That helps. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I fixed that.
What are? Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm like, you're still at 60, 65. That's a lot.
I know. I did it on my calculator, but I forgot to plug it in. So
Okay,
I fixed that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was at 24, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Jeez.
I know. I was like, oh, I'm only at 60, but I'm like, oh wait. My bad.
Yeah, those things pack a wallop.
Yeah.
There is a fun feature to them that I didn't get to show off, so we'll hold off on it for now. Alrighty. Valinar, that was your bonus action move. Okay, John.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna freaking hit this ghost that possessed me.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
Light 'em up, light 'em up. That'll hit.
Cool.
Just it, so that's... What's the total
Plus
on that
2.
one?
17?
Okay.
Alright, now I'm gonna do it again.
Yep, because it is still standing. Woo! 27 hits. Uh,
23?
still standing.
Dump a smite.
Oh no, I'm trying to decide if I want to. I don't got that many left. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. If it possessed me. It deserves it.
Okay. That'll kill it.
Okay, cool. Can I... Wait. Do I have movement?
Yeah, you haven't moved yet.
Cool. I'm gonna run over to the other one and bonus action hit it.
Okay, bonus action. Oh, because you killed it, you can actually hit it with your great
Yes!
sword. Go for it.
I can hit it again with the great sword.
14 hits.
Cool. Good. Thank goodness.
Uh-oh, you might get to re-roll some of those.
I get to reroll 2.
Yep, re-roll 2 of them. That's way
How's
better.
that?
That's 15 points of slashing damage. And 7 fire.
15. And then plus 2.
That's 15... 24 points of
24?
damage.
Cool.
Okay. Ooh. It is just barely standing.
Cool, I'll just barely stand with it.
Alrighty. That ends your turn. Oh, that brings us to them. They're
Yeah.
all dead. This thing, Ghost, is going to pass through Cardin, preventing an attack of opportunity unless you want to risk hitting Cardin, John.
I mean, he did hit me earlier, so I think. Nah, I won't do it.
All right, and it's going to fly into you, Valinar. Make me a charisma saving throw.
19.
Oh,
That passes.
I think that's like 21 because I'm still in.
Yeah, that passes. So it fails to do so. It is.
Valar is hard
It
to
is
possess.
Yeah, apparently. The lowest charisma in the party. That's its turn. That's all it can do. Katya.
hold on. You sure about that? Because he's got a 2 to his.
I got the highest.
No, I said the lowest charisma. I didn't say the charisma save.
What's your charisma, bud?
I only have a. My charisma is 9.
Okay.
That's still higher than my strength.
Katya, it is your turn. Furnish him.
Alright. I'd ask if the ghost looks hurt, but it looks pretty undead to me. No! Yeah, I'll just throw a couple Eldritch Blasts at it. Don't need to waste any spell slots.
Okay.
Blast 1. Are you fucking kidding me?
Rolling severity.
Again?
Oop, that rolled out. Roll damage.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Max damage! Of course! This
Oh,
is when I
God.
roll max damage, guys.
Let's see who's closer. Yeah, Valinar. You're getting hit in the back for 10 force damage.
Damn it. Katya!
I done more damage to my allies!
Nope. Nope, that was way too much damage there. Okay.
Alright, you have a second
Okay,
beam.
well, I still have a second beam.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Maybe I should just aim for Valor. Maybe I'll actually hit my target.
18 hits.
Okay.
Ironically enough, that worked.
4 force?
4.
Still
Bullshit.
standing.
You know what? I don't like it. I'm gonna do a quicken spell.
Okay.
Let's see
What are
which
you
one
quickening?
is that? 2 sorcery points.
Oh, hell.
No, I'm not targeting you.
Oh, you know what? You cast
Oh,
Chromatic
yes, it's
Orb
really
earlier.
Yes, I did. But
When
you
when
forgot,
walked-
so
When you walked into
it's
this
too
room.
late. Well, I'm gonna throw another chromatic orb.
That'll hit.
Okay.
And
And this
that'll
will be a
kill it.
first level. Good.
Hey.
I hope.
It had 3 HP. Even if you rolled minimum damage, you would have killed it.
Good. If my first Eldritch Blast would have hit,
Uh-huh. Alrighty, and that ends combat as you sorry and scatter this one to dust.
Katya!
told you my eyes aren't what they used to be. Oh,
Not
I feel a surge
again.
coming. Oh no.
And at that, Dinoc just yeets.
I'm
Nope,
not gonna make
nope,
you
nope,
roll
nope.
it. I'm not gonna make you roll it. I forgot it, so it's all fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh,
Fair
I thought he was rolling one for the chromatic orb he just did.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one he does need to roll for. I was talking
Okay.
about one from
I was about
before.
to say. 4.
4.
Bonner has
Oh,
his shield
no.
up.
You have had this one before.
And I never figured out what it did.
Yep, this is a negative effect. Would you like to try to save on it?
I would, actually.
Go for it.
I think that'll save.
20. That does save. The DC is 17.
Can I do an Arcana check on what it might have been, though?
No, this is funnier.
Okay. Fine.
Alright. It
I'll see how it
you're-
is.
it doesn't occur.
Okay.
So, all right. And as the battle comes to an end, you guys have a moment to collect yourselves as you guys turn to Asta and be like,
Yep.
don't wander off on your own.
Don't move.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Stay with the party. When we decide to move on, believe me, you'll be the first to know.
Hey guys, who wants a nap?
Yeah,
I
I'm,
would-
I'm feeling a rest would be a good idea. Dinok, what time is it?
What time is it?
It's
Yeah, what time is it?
It is well.
I'm hot.
Right now it's 11:36 p.m. my time, but in game it's probably 8:30 or so. Actually,
Wanna just
probably
see if we
it'd
can-
actually be closer to 10 because you guys walked for like 3
Oof.
hours.
Maybe we should just set up a temporary camp and a watch rotation. Rest
I'm
for
not-
the night, regain
also-
our strength.
And of the rooms that you guys have been in so far, this is probably the most defensible, as there is only the one entrance, and that's simply because I made a design flaw when I created this, when I recreated this dungeon.
Wait, there's
Okay.
only one room, one exit.
Yep, because I made a design flaw in this
Oh,
this
perfect.
one.
Could we like touch the wall to see if there's like any hidden passageways?
Make an investigation check.
Everyone suddenly slams into the walls and is just like rubbing their faces against the wall.
13.
All the walls seem to be pretty solid. All the walls seem to be pretty solid.
Okay, so I'm going to start cutting up these zombies and putting them in my bag of holding.
I say if we decide to rest, this corner here will probably be the most defensible. We'll have a clear view.
Actually,
if
if
we
we get rid of,
entrance.
if we stay in the middle, we can see ghosts as they come through the wall.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point.
When you say cutting up, you mean deboning them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
He's gutting them.
Because I
How
did
long-
recollect what Valinar destroyed, but I don't know if I can recast my spells on them.
You can.
Oh.
Or you can't. You can. It just basically deactivates the magic. I don't.
Oh well, more stuff.
Some DMs play it that the destroy undead turns the undead to ash. I don't do that unless it would like literally make sense. So I don't think it makes sense to turn those bones to ash. So you can recollect them. So you can get your 3 skeletons back, and then you'll just have to cast the spell again, basically. And how long do you wish to spend deboning these zombies?
How long does one take me?
That is a great question. Roll a medicine check. Because this will kind of
Help him with that.
This is for him. So for how long it takes him. With a
No, I know.
12.
Can I help him debone some of them? Or is there only one?
Well,
There's
this
a whole
is
horde.
well. This is him.
I'm
gauging-
deboning the one
Right.
to
This
see
is
how
him.
long.
Okay.
Right, and this is kind of him gauging how long it would take him to do a lot.
Okay.
So this is more like, it will probably take me this long to debone a skeleton. With a 12, it'll probably take you the better part of an hour.
Yeah, I'll just get the one
Mm-hmm.
to give me 4 skeletons.
Okay.
And I'm actually going... Can I pull my magic from my zombie without it releasing? So that it's just now a corpse?
So that it's an animated corpse, or that it's
Just a corpse.
so it would die.
Yes.
I don't think that's how Animate Dead works, but with
You can
the
have
amount of
Arden smack it over the head.
Yeah, exactly. The amount of people that are around you, it would not take more than half a second to put a zombie down.
Yeah, so I asked Carden to kill it, but kill it cleanly,
Sorry, guys.
so that I can reuse it.
Yeah, basically he just drops the hammer on its head, and it kind of
Yeah.
doit
And
the
it's called
doit sound.
donk.
Yeah, easy enough.
Okay, so that and my animate dead gives me how many again? Brains
Depends on what level you're casting it.
third level.
Third level gives you 2, I believe, because it's a third level spell, correct?
But didn't we rule it as challenge rating or
Let me really quick. Oh, that's not the folder. Let me really quick go to the information. Where is it? Oh, yes. So yeah, it's the targets of the spell turn into either. So the spell functions like normal, but the limitation of humanoids has been removed. So alternatively, you could raise a much more powerful creature by using your big cast of it,
But that's my Minotaur.
Right. Otherwise, it casts normally, so it would be 2 undead as a third level. If you upcast it, it would be more. It would be 4, I believe. No, it'd be 3 until you get to 10th level, where you can get Ripe Harvest.
So I can do 3.
At 4th level, if you cast it at 4th level, yes.
Okay, just I'm making calculations for the morning.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And because Animate Dead is not a concentration spell, you can cast however many you wish to have your hordes. So
I'm just making sure I've got enough for actual damage spells, though.
Yeah, and also keep in mind that in order to get your big skeleton, it would require
the 4th level cast, yeah. Because that's the CR rating. I had to get to 4th level to be able to use a Minotaur.
Yeah.
Wait, no. It was my level I had to get to. I had to be
have a CR
8th level.
That is. Hold on, I'm rereading what I wrote. Creatures animated in this way must have a CR that is equal to or lower than the number of creatures could animate. Equal to or lower than. So CR is a Minotaur skeleton. It's a CR2, so technically a 3rd level spell slot gets you your Minotaur. If we messed that up in the past, oh, I'm sorry.
But to change it, I had to use my big spell.
Right. You have to use the one casting of the big of the alternative pathway of the Animate Dead, which is you can only use once a day. But you can do it as a 3rd level spell slot, is what I'm saying.
I'll keep it as my 4th.
That's fine. Just and we can talk about this more off stream if we need to, but
Yeah, because
and if
this is going to be a morning thing.
right, and if we've messed this up in the past, I apologize. What happens when you homebrew your own unique things and stuff, guys? A lot of fun, a lot of work. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. So as you're doing that, you're gonna just take the one extra skeleton, then you're going to
Move the rest to like back here.
Okay. Easy enough. I will
That's good.
that. I'll delete the ghost since they're lost.
So my Minotaur and my zombie are going to be on watch at that entrance.
Okay. Alrighty. And you guys are going to attempt to take a long rest.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But during that time, there's something I want to do as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So while everybody else is setting up the camp, I'm actually setting up like a small makeshift sort of altar, I guess,
Uh-huh.
because I want to try and commune with my patron during this time.
Okay.
Maybe 30 minutes to an hour at the most.
And you're
That I'll
just
spend
gonna
trying to get.
Okay. So you're just gonna try and connect to your patron, this otherworldly
Yes.
being that is connected to you. Okay.
Mhm.
As you spend this time in meditation and prayer, go ahead and make a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom check. So that's that. That uses wisdom, right?
Hmm?
Okay, push the button. What happened?
Didn't.
It didn't roll anything. Let me try.
Give it a
There
minute.
it goes.
There we go. Oh, I like the second number better. Can I use that
I
one?
know. No.
Dang.
You kind of extend your consciousness beyond yourself and trying to reach out and connect to this entity. Well, you don't find connection with this entity. You do find a sense of comfort. There's no conversation had, but there's a warm feeling of you're being watched, or at least watched over by your actor.
I assume.
Otherwise, there is no conversation had.
I want to at least project my thoughts out there with my questions. Maybe he'll answer me in a dream again like before. Pretty much, I want to make him aware that I haven't forgot his request for Heaven's Wrath. However, I'm unable to procure the sword for him without an alternate strategy. That being, I believe John agreed that if he can keep the sword, he might consider wielding it in his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Anything else?
A plea for little extra power, considering what we're going to be up against. I'm going to need all the help I can get,
Understood. Okay.
and then I will retire for the night. Because I'm getting up there in years, you know.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody else wish to do anything in the night?
Yeah, Carton's already asleep. He went through some shit.
Yeah. What was your
Possessed
max?
twice.
Yeah.
Possessed twice, and my max HP was down to 72.
Which is a lot, all things considered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pardon's had a day.
So, as you guys Do you guys set up watches at all, or are you just gonna trust your skeletons to do so?
Oh, we're gonna have watches, but skellies are for first.
Okay. They're first line of defense. Okay. What is the order in which you guys
I'll
are
go
going
first.
to... So D-Knock first? Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check. Roll
Ugh.
possibilities. What's the color? Okay. 10. Watch goes by fairly quietly. Time being. Who would take second watch?
Well, I'm getting too old for this, so I'm gonna stay asleep.
Asta will do it.
Asta? Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check, Asta.
Took me a second to find it. Hang on.
You're fine.
How do I do it?
It's under skills and just click perception.
See, where it says perception, it's not clickable.
It should be.
Uh-oh.
You boy.
Oh, there it went. 21.
That's good,
Can
because
we-
the 5 sucked.
Can we go with Astas, please?
Yes, I just clicked it to make sure that it was working. 21 will suffice. So. As you guys are sleeping, Asta, you
Whoa.
begin to hear the rustling, the scratching of creatures moving in your direction.
Where do I hear this? Like, where is it coming from?
The only place you can hear it from, this way. This opening here.
Ah, of course.
And you see long nails kind of gripping the corner of the wall here and peering
Ugh.
around. See a vampire spawn poke its head and sees everything that's going on, and as things will begin moving for that. But we're going to save that for next week.
Billy, come on! What a nice.
Oh, what a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20 for the encounter on her watch. So, and this is partway through your guys' rest. So you guys do not have the benefits of a long rest unless you have the ability to only sleep for like 4 hours and get those back and get stuff back, which is elves, which is none of you guys. So unfortunately, halfway through a long rest, guys, and we'll pick it up there.
Well, I still get my spell slot back for short rest.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But before we go, there is
A spell slot.
one other thing that happens.
Oh.
Oh.
Appropriate music for go with this one. Katya.
Oh, it's me. Am I dead?
No.
Okay.
as you sleep, you find yourself dreaming once again in that field, starting to feel more familiar. You're currently looking around, and as you continue to turn, a voice from behind speaks to you, one that you recognize, your patron.
Ah,
Why so eager? The voice kind of calls as you turn around and face to face with the individual in his suit. Same, pretty much identical to how he was before.
what do you mean eager? Eager to please? Eager to venture onward?
Eager to get in the fray of things. You wanted the blade? The blade. I didn't even know it was Heaven's Wrath. It was simply a magical weapon. Powerful, yes. And I thought it would be fun to add to my collection. But fate would not have it. Which is fine.
So you're not mad at me for not being able to acquire it?
I did not know if you'd be able to acquire the blade or not.
I most certainly tried.
You did. You did well. Your half-orc friend seems to be intrigued by it, though.
Almost definitely. It's almost as though it was made for him. He was the only one who could remove it, after all.
Mhm. If you're that interested in swinging a sword, I have one that might work well for you.
Oh?
And he brandishes almost materializing it out of the thin air. He's just kind of circling his hands, and a kind of a writh opens, and the sword drops in his hand. It's got a black hilt, kind of wrapped in a dark leather, and the blade is kind of this long obsidian black. And it kind of curves and kind of comes back into a kind of a cut. It is essentially a khopesh.
Ooh.
Don't know
That
what
looks
khopesh-
like a weapon fit. Yes.
Okay, cool.
That looks like a weapon fit for a queen.
The name is fitting. It's called Wither.
Wither.
It can wither anyone it touches.
The blade, correct? Not the handle?
Of course. Although,
Okay, just checking.
the wielder can also empower Wither itself by withering a bit of its own vitality. Optional, of course.
Intriguing.
He kind of offers it to you hilt first.
I'll take it.
Grab it. It's weirdly comfortable in your hand.
I'll give it a couple careful practice swings. I wouldn't want to injure myself or anybody else.
Light. Perfectly balanced.
It's like it was made for me.
You could say that.
This is a very generous gift.
If you wish to have the ability to get up and close and personal with For those who cross you, there is no better ally than with. Grab that.
A smile creeps across Katya's face. Sly.
Yeah.
I will brandish it well as I am me. But what of John?
Let him keep his weapon. If you cannot wield it, I have no need for it. This is a weapon you can wield. This is how you will become my champion.
Fair enough.
And
I do have one more personal request, however. What of my sudden change of age? Is there some way to reverse that?
kind of like looks at you and goes, Here's you've had a nasty run-in with a ghost of some sort.
Just a few of them.
It is possible to reverse, but you must act quickly. You would need to. Somebody would need to use the spell Greater Restoration on you within 24 hours of the initial affecting. Otherwise, it becomes permanent and irreversible.
Great. I'm not sure I know anybody with that spell. I could be wrong.
He kind of thinks for a moment.
Although there's nobody immediately around us that has it.
No.
I may be stuck this way then, because we are currently in some underground tunnels.
How old does that make Katya, by the way?
49. And I imagine it reflects in my my feminine form too.
You have no idea.
I have no idea because I haven't tried, but
Kind of goes, unfortunately, such magics are beyond me. Your clerical friend is close. Close to being able to use that magic. But whether or not
24 hours isn't a lot of time though.
And at this point, it's closer to 22. But you'll have to you need to wake up. And he snaps his finger and you are jutted awake as you now hear the commotions around you of where combat would be beginning to ensue, as that will be where we actually end the session.
Okay.
I don't want to go too late, but you now have
Wither.
when you wake, the blade is you currently have hold of the hilt of
Ooh.
Wither. It is a magical Kopesh, which is basically a short sword. It's just designed differently.
Okay.
Which is a D6 plus your dexterity modifier for damage. And it has Withering Touch, which is the ability that you can choose to activate. On a hit, you can deal extra damage to the target by reducing your own maximum HP. The damage dealt is proportional by the HP given up. And I'll send this to you over the Discord as well, so that you can.
Thank you, because I'm gonna have to find some way to put it here in the my weapons list.
Yeah, I can do that. Additionally, on a critical hit, your maximum HP is restored by the damage dealt.
Oh wow. Okay. I'll let you make the modifications then.
Yeah, it's basically I will type it up and I will just add it as a note in the description. So like it'll basically do what Cardin's uh, Great Axe does, where when every time he clicks it, it goes can cast the
Yeah.
that one spell. It'll do the same thing except it'll have the details of Withering Touch.
Okay. Sounds good.
We will pick it back up here next week then. Right? Next week? What is it? 8th. Yeah, I'm still good. The 28th for this next combat sessions. Bear in mind that you guys are still very much low on resources. Most of you, anyway. Yeah.
See Asta's point when she was like going off of the party. I was just trying to explore to find things since you said there are things in this place.
Mhm. There are. But
Just not
there
in
are
this room.
Yeah, just not in this room. You guys have entered a dungeon, and it's a pretty big dungeon.
Yeah, and I'm getting real dangerously low.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We'll kill these things and we'll finish our rest.
Hopefully.
Or try.
Yep.
This is our new
Hopefully.
stronghold.
I mean, at least we rested long enough. I got my channels back, so that if there are any ghosts, I can check them out again.
Is that how that works?
Short rests, I get two of my channels back.
Right, but you either short rest or you long rest.
Okay.
You know what? We'll be fair. I will roll a d6. You call higher.
No, your d6 love fucking us over.
I was gonna roll on roll 20 so that everybody could see it.
Let us look back. Earlier, you rolled a double 1.
Those were on d20s though. D6s have got to be better, right?
Can we let Valinar roll his own fate?
Sure. You know what? Here, we'll do this. Dinoc, since you're the one arguing for it, you call high or low for whatever one he rolls. So if you call high, it has to be high in order for it to apply, okay? And Valinar, you will roll the d6.
Okay.
So Dinoc, what is it? High or low?
Looking at his previous rolls, let's go high.
Mean nothing to R and Jesus. All right.
I know,
roll the
but
d6.
Hi, there you go.
That is high. That's
Hey.
high. Just barely, but it is high. So I will say that applies. It does not apply to the necklace, however, because the necklace needs a long rest to recharge.
Yep. And I think the only thing I get back anywhere is the channels.
Yeah, that's the only thing clerics get back on a short rest, unfortunately.
Well,
Can I heal?
Yes, I will say because of that roll right there, I will say anybody who would want to take a short rest during this process of the long rest, I will say yes, you can do that. So heal up, Dinoc, if you need to do the arcane recovery, if you still have that, you can do that.
Let's see, I used it.
Wow, good start.
All right.
Dinoc or John, sorry, wow, brain fart. Also, the only person who's really pretty much untouched is Asta.
And Katya.
I mean,
Maxie.
I'm good.
Well, Asta still has all but one of her spell slots.
Ah.
Yeah,
I just keep using mine to hit my allies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No, you hit them with cantrips primarily.
Lucky for them. John was gonna get a lightning bolt until I've got a clarification.
Mm-hmm. So, alrighty. Then, guys, with that, that'll bring us to an end tonight, and we will continue to crawl through this dungeon next week. Everybody have a good one, and we'll see you guys next week for episode 51.
51.
Y'all.
All right, everyone.